All right, so before here, we got a piece of furniture that's from the 60s. This was my furniture. This is one piece of a set that I'm going to start to disassemble and keep what I want to keep. But let's go through the build quality of this. Now, how old is this? Well, I can tell you from what my mother said that this was bought sometime between 1964 and before I was born in 1967. So this is, you're looking at your 50 plus years of furniture, and this is what I've been hauling around for the last 50 plus years of my life, from house to apartment, house to house, and all my kids been through this, used this this furniture, or the complete set, which is still in use. The dressers and the end table is still in use, and then this is the first piece that's going to go bye-bye. So you might be saying, okay, another old dude on YouTube going through wood stuff. Yes, I am. So let's take a quick look at all this front here. This is definitely a veneer. Got a center drawer here. There's no metal slides in this. So let's go ahead and pull out the center drawer here, and let's take a look. So this is like, it's probably 1/8 inch. It probably is an 1/8 inch bottom, and you can see there's grooves. So this is definitely slid in. You can see the screws there, but it's 2 screws for the poles. Let's look at the bottom here. And we can see this is poplar. There's the slide. You can see a nice nail. There's a staple here, and just some good glue job here. And look at that. Look at that. Now let's look at the joinery. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's your dovetails. The back. Again, this looks like it's poplar. This might be all poplar. This might be an oak. From the back of this one might be poplar. And you see here again, there is a veneer on this. This looks pretty thick, so I'm gonna take this off and maybe keep it. Just look at the inside here. I don't know how well you can see the inside. I probably can't get any light in there. But if I tap this, again, another 1/8 inch. Looks like to build a frame here of, I guess, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch all around that this slides into. All right, so let's look at one of the drawers here. Again, we got some screws here. At the front here is 2 pieces. This does not look like it's veneered. Might be. And here's the joinery. And you guys are worried about your dovetails. Oh my God, look at that. And let's look at the, again, poplar. And look at the glue jobs. Staple. And there's, oh, that goes in there. All right, there you have it. Number 17. So again, this wasn't made by a crafts person. This looks like it came out of a production furniture facility somewhere in the States. I doubt it very much this came from overseas back in the 60s. This probably was made somewhere in the States, possibly the Carolinas, because there were big furniture and textile plants way back then. So now, let's go to the back. So I don't know how the sun is shining on this, how well it's coming out, but here's the back. So let's take a closer look at the back here. You can see these are stapled in, and this just looks like a particle board or press board coming here. Again, you can see the difference here. It's like 2 pieces here. This looks like it's probably a frame, and then they just put this on top. All right, so now let's flip the bloody thing over. Now here I got it somewhat flipped over. Let me straighten this out here. We'll do some close-ups here. So let's look at the bottom. So here we got that slide. This is definitely, wow, it's got to be 1/8 inch. Same thing here, probably 1/8 inch. This looks like it's, these beams here look like the 1/4 inch. And then so we got these legs here. These legs are 2 different sizes. As you can see, this juts out further than this. So let's take a closer look at this one. Let's just get in there. So we can see we got some nails. Let me just lower this down a little bit here. camera's not, actually I'm not even using a camera, I'm using a cell phone. Let's get up here a little closer. There we go. So we see we got some screws, we got some nails. Now let's take this thing off and see what type of wood's underneath here. Ah, if you look at that, that's probably a poplar. And let's take this one off and show the different sizes. Oh boy. So there, that's definitely poplar. You can see all the screws. What do we got here? And he used nails. Let's take a look at that now. Let's look at the size difference of these two. Yeah, you see there's a difference in size. This is the regular thing. Now let's take a close-up look at this. Again, you can see the nails. Looks like they're using a hammer and not a nailer back then. All right, and again here, let's take it. Here's the other side. So this definitely was like, looks like it was brought down assembly line and made. You can see the difference of the wood here. Let's see what they did there. So there you have it. Let me take this out and see if we can see inside better. All right, there you go. Again, that's pretty thin. Yeah, that looks like this is made of frame. Yeah, this top here is a frame. And then they put this veneer that you saw on the back here. Let me see, flip it over again. And let me go to the back. We'll take a closer look at the back again. All right, so here we go. We're at the back again. Take a good look. This is like a press board or a particle board. You see they just stapled it in. Made a couple sections of it. Now here's the top. You can see the two different pieces on the top. Let's go over here. So my next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back off and we'll do a shot from the back. All right, so we'll be right back. So here we are. I took off the back. You can see this is probably, I can't tell, this might be a pine or still might be poplar. But here you see you got some screws there. Again, look at this frame here is poplar, definitely. Put some bracing in. Push that. There you go. So it seems to be, this thing's made out of all poplar. You see you got nails all in there. See the nails. Some nails there on the side. So again, let's take a look at the backing board. You can see the backing board was just stapled. And it's a, actually, yeah, it's like a stiff cardboard, but like a particle board. So that was easy. You just used those two things and popped out. So let me just get the rest of the back off and then I'll start assembling more of this and see what else we can find underneath here. All right, so here, let me just back this out a little more. Here we can see they use T-nuts here to screw in the these legs here. All right, and then this one here wasn't glued down too much. And here's your screws from the 60s. Boy, they look no different what we use today. Look at that. This here is still glued down, the front part here, so I'll start ripping that part. Now we go over here to the other one here. This one here is still pretty tight, so I'm going to have to get the pry bar underneath there. I'm going to use that blue pry bar right there and pry it all out. So here again, this is definitely, looks like the framing at least is all done in poplar. Again, you can see some rust on those nails up there. They've been there for quite some time. Easy to pull out, no issues whatsoever. Again, you can see the nails. I use nails and screws and glue. So let's go ahead and start taking off more. Now let's take a closer look at this. So here we had a center brace. Let me just move this hammer out of the way. The center brace here was screwed underneath here. So it went underneath here and it was screwed. I had to take some screws out for the center brace here. Let me adjust this. Oh, let me go like this. So this was screwed in, right? And then this panel here, let me show you this panel. This panel, as you can see, is similar to this one down here. This is like, I don't know what this is. Whatever it is, this is really thin. This is 1/8 inch, barely 1/8 inch. But that's what they use here. Here you can see that, maybe you can see that. That's was used here. And then that was in a tongue and groove and it wasn't even glued in. You see, this is definitely poplar. And they looks like when they painted it or sprayed it, overspray here. So this is actually the bottom of the desk. But you can see it's this tongue and groove. You can see it broke some. And it's all tongue and groove in there. Well, I'm going to take off some more here. So all these things are the same. You can see again they got nails in here. This thing is broken. So this is all built the same here. So let me get rid of some of this. I want to get to this side piece here. I can probably use this side piece. I can cut it down and we'll see what this stuff here again. Again, this looks like it's thin poplar and looks like they angle nailed it into the poplar here because there's no tongue and groove there. And again, I really want to get to this side piece here. I want to see this. I can use this for something else if I can get the bulk of it out without too much damage. Now let's go to, these were the front paws here, right? So they were screwed and then glued. And let's look at something else here. This consists of 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. So I don't know what they did that for. You can see there's a split. Let me see. Let me get the other one. You see the poplar came off. This one here is 1 piece. This one here is definitely 3 because you can see the defined lines right here. You see all nice and defined. And you can see the little break. Oh, where is it? You might be able to see the little break. Yeah, there's a little split up in here. I'm sorry for the shakiness. Again, this is my cell phone. I don't shoot with a camera. I shoot with a cell phone. All my videos are done on a cell phone, not on a camera. So this is definitely 3 pieces. And the other one over there was just 1. And you can see it was screwed and glued. You can see the poplar came off here. But I don't know if I can be able to salvage this. But we'll see. Now let me get to these sides here. Definitely want to get to this and see what's down in there. All right, we'll be right back. There's the top. And you see what that material is. I don't think it's a wood. You can see the journey that they used. And there's nails angled in. Again, here's a little better shot of it. Yeah, screws down here. You can see this whole panel is poplar. More screws here. I don't know what this panel is, but anyway, just take a look at this here. This is again the one of the platforms that the drawer sits on. You can see here this is all tongue and groove. Let me flip this over. You can see the brace. This is what the drawer looks like. The drawer slid on this. All right, so this is all tongue and groove. I should be able to take this apart here. I'm one-handed here, so let's see. Whoop. There we go. Yeah. Tongue and groove. Looks like no glue. Tongue and groove, poplar. There you have it. Let me see. I'm gonna take apart the rest here and see what other interesting stuff I can salvage or not salvage. Here's a better shot of the journey. Like I said, there's a dowel being used. You can see what they did there. I'll just take a quick peek there. There you can see it. So there what they used. There's a dowel. So now I'm just going to go ahead and rip this all apart here and see if how much more I can salvage, if anything at all. If not, the fire pit gets it. All right, be right back. Let's take a look at this, how they put this dowel in. They ram a nail right through it, just like that. That's what they did. Again, this is definitely poplar. Definitely. Let's look at the side panel. The side panel is definitely poplar. You can see all the stuff here. Let's take a look at this portion of it. Again, poplar. They got a veneer coating on it. There's some thin wood there. Poplar again. See, let's take a look at this side here. You can see that they glued it. All here is glue. Again, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mess with it because it's all glue. I'm probably going to just put this on the bandsaw and just cut right along here and grab this panel here. So I want to show you something here. So we have, this is wood that came from the drawers, the cabinet that housed the drawers. This is wood. Now this was the center drawer that housed, and this is actually cardboard. So they used, this is like a glued up, it's not wood. It's definitely not wood. You can see they glue stuff up to make it stiff. So you can see, again, this whole thing is, the framing looks like it's all poplar. We got some poplar side panels. They used a lot of nails, not too much glue, it looks like. So most of this stuff's probably going to go to the burn pile. I'll probably keep these wood 1/8" things. Like I said, I can use them for making ends of pallet, of crates. Oh, will be a problem there. So let me keep on ripping it apart. Well, sorry about that external noise. Somebody's doing their yard work, but let's. You can see this was screwed down to the top, and it's all tongue and groove out of poplar. So now again, I'm gonna see about these panels here, and then looks like the top is some type of it's not wood, it's something else, but we'll see. Next, I'm gonna take apart the drawers and see what's up with that. All right, so here we got the drawers the same. They're all built the same. You can see the type of looks like a round dovetail. You can see here. And it looks like there's 3 different types of wood. We definitely have, what happened to it? Oh, definitely have a poplar. This was on the back. Then this looks like it's red oak. This is really dense and heavy. Heavier than this. And it's actually heavier than this. And I believe this is probably pine. This is not too, this is relatively light. Now you'll see these holes here. These were there. It was like this way. You see how they hid that. I'm just going to show you there's a piece of veneer over it. And then you see the countersink for those. So all these drawers are built the same way. So these pieces here, I can use this for other stuff. They're nice. Sand it down. I'm going to use this poplar for, but maybe I'll keep it. We'll see. But there you have it. So all the remaining drawers are all the same. Probably going to be the same type of material. And then I guess the majority of this is going to go into a big old fire pit. Hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, have yourself a healthy and wonderful day.